Good morning. Today's the 20th of November, and my name's Nick. I'll be sharing a devotional from Jesus Calling today, along with some scriptures and some thoughts. Today's devotion reads, I'm pleased with you, my child. Allow yourself to become fully aware of my pleasure shining upon you. You don't have to perform well in order to receive my love. In fact, a performance focus will pull you away from me. Some sort of Pharisaism. This can be a subtle form of idolatry, worshiping your own good works. It can also be a source of deep discouragement when your works don't measure up to your expectations. Shift your focus from your performance to my radiant presence. The light of my love shines on you continually, regardless of your feelings or behavior. Your responsibility is to be receptive to this unconditional love. Thankfulness and trust are your primary receptors. Thank me for everything. Trust me in all times. These simple disciplines will keep you open to my loving presence. So the first scripture that I'd like to share with you comes from Ephesians 2:8 and 9, which is perfect. It says, For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. Which is perfect. The law of Moses was done away with through Christ. So we can't earn our spot. You know what I mean? Like, Christ died, so salvation is a free gift that he paid for and he gives to us freely. There's nothing you can do or say that will save you. Only through the atonement of Jesus Christ. He broke the bands of death. He's the giver of life, not anything that we do. So the next scripture I want to share is Ephesians 3:16 through 19, which says, that he would grant unto you according to the riches of his glory, to be strengthened with might by his Spirit in the inner man, that Christ may dwell in your hearts by faith, that ye, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth and length and depth and height, and to know the love of Christ, which passeth knowledge, that ye might be filled with all the fullness of God. The mystery of the love of Christ is how deep it truly is for us. How can someone so perfect love someone so flawed? Why does somebody as weak as me deserve his grace? Well, the key is I don't deserve it, but it's mine because he gives it to me. So it doesn't matter where you're at in your life or how you're feeling or what you think that you've done, because nothing can separate you from his love. The next scripture I'd like to share with you is in Psalm 62, verse 8, which reads, Trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. We have this wildlife preservation, the Wichita Mountains, directly north of us, and it's called a wildlife refuge. A sanctuary, a place where the wildlife can be protected from the world. That's what a refuge is. A refuge is a fortress, a stronghold, a place where you can go that the enemy cannot encroach on you, or that, you can just live in peace. Your home should be a refuge. At times we allow the distractions in our home that take away from peace. But you should be able to go to your house and not worry about what goes on outside the walls of your house. That should be your refuge, your place of solace. And that's what I love about my home, is this truly is a refuge from the world. I love the Lord's presence in my life. It's not something that I've always had. It's a very recent acquisition. And since I've made the choice to walk in holy places, to avoid inauspicious behavior, to seek the Lord and His will, He's just made me more and more aware of His presence and more aware of His grace. A few days ago, I was praying and He whispered to me, "Nick, you are forgiven." And then I had another bad day, the next day, and I started praying, and He whispered again to me, "My grace is sufficient for you." It's a wonderful thing to have a personal relationship with your Lord, your God. So many children nowadays grow up idolizing or desiring to become like, these famous actors and performers and entertainers and football players. The thing about that is those people have no clue who you are. None whatsoever. They don't care about your success. They don't care if you become like them. Their job is to entertain you, to sing or anything like that. They could care less about you and your state. But your Father in heaven, He loves you. And He cares about you, and He knows you, and He calls you by name. I hope that you have a wonderful Sunday.